Welcome back, participants. A very happy morning to one and all to the day 4 of our faculty development program hosted by Aachi Institute of Management and Entrepreneurial Development on transforming education the Google Classroom way. Today, your resource person will be teaching you how to apply Certifyem for your webinars, seminars, any quizzes which you're organizing on behalf of your department or your institution. A request from the organizers is that kindly do a practice session at home because only practice makes perfect. And Certifyem for sure requires a lot of practice to make it perfect. Over to our resource person. Wishing you a very happy learning experience.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. I hope yesterday you have practiced on Google add-ons. If you have any doubts or queries, you can post it on comment section. Please subscribe the channel for further updates and notifications. Today we are going to see on Certifyem. But before that, in yesterday's sessions we have seen how ECBIB can be used, but we missed out to see how it works. Today, first we'll see how it works and then we'll go to Certifyem. So before going to Certifyem, I just wanted to show you how ECBIB works. So I'm moving on to Google Chrome. I'm logging in to the Google Docs. With my mail ID. It will take us to that Google Docs homepage. So it is opening a blank document by default. If you want to go back to the home page, in the left hand side you'll be seeing a doc home button. If you click on that, you'll get the Google Docs home page. So just for a recap, I'll tell you, like this ECBIB add-on can be used to add a reference to our assignments, projects, journals, thesis, and articles. With this add-on, is it easier for us to add the references. So to use that ECBIB add-on, we have to click on add-ons and select the ECBIB bibliography creator and manage bibliography. An ECBIB pop-up will open on right hand side. Here again we have 3 options. Yesterday we have checked on website, but since we are checking for a book, I'm selecting the book option and I'll give the topic which I've been working for. Once I enter the topic and I'll give on search, so you can see it will give the list of books which is under these topics. So I have to select the book name from where I have taken this reference. I can add more than one references also. So I can see and I can, I'm going to select this one. So if you click on select button, so that will be available over here. So if you wanted to add, you can click on add bibliography to the document. Once you click on this button, it will be added at the end. You can see. See, this is if you wanted to add like a reference, you can change the style. If you change the style and add to bibliography topic, the style will be different. You can see the heading as bibliography and you can see the reference below that. So changing the style will change the format of adding bibliography at the end. So whatever the document you will be using, this will be added at the end. So this is how this ECBIB add-on will work. I hope everyone has understand on this. So now we'll go back to Certifyem. So if you check on Certifyem, it is in Google add-on, which will be works on top of Google Forms. This will be helpful to create certifications for the quiz forms and also for the feedback forms, feedback and participant forms. So these provides online certifications, and we can set our own custom templates. Using those templates, we can create the custom certifications also. So without any wait, we'll go to Certifyem. So to check on that, we have to open Google Forms. So I'm opening Google Forms. It will take me to the home page. And from here, if I click on new blank form, so before using Certifyem, again I said it is an add-on, so we need to install that. To install the add-on, I hope you remember, just go to the menu more option. If you click on more option, you'll be getting add-ons option at the bottom. So click on that. You'll be getting add-ons which is related to the forms. You can search here using the name Certifyem. So you got the add-ons, click on that and click on install button. You'll ask for your Gmail account. When you use your personal ID, you'll be able to send up to 100 certifications per day for free. If you wanted to use more than 100, you have to use your G Suite Marketplace ID. With that, you can send 1500 certifications per day, but it will be based. It is not on free of cost, but you have to pay some amount for to get that Google Suite Marketplace account. So it is installed now. We'll check. So we have installed the add-on. To use the add-on, you have to click on the add-on button. You can see whatever the options available over here. So click on Certifyem. And here you have to click on Show Certifyem Controls. A pop-up will be open on the right-hand side. So for the first time, it will ask you to accept the terms and condition. If you click on Confirm button, you'll be getting those details. Generally, this Certifyem is designed for only quiz forms, but with some alterations, we can use that for participant certification also. By default, the status will be turned off, and you have to turn on this to generate the certifications for this particular quiz. When you turn on, your form will get two fields, three fields automatically. One is to collect full name, and the another one is collect to other identifier, and the last one is a sample question for the quiz. Okay. See, this sample question you can remove if you want. Okay. But you cannot remove the full name and other identifier. I'll tell you why. See, there will be some default templates available to create your certificates. If you click on preview all, you can see what are all the default certification types templates available here. Like this is to certify that you'll get a name of the participant, from this particular institution has completed this particular exam on this date and with passing this score. So in this, the name that institute that institute of the participant belongs to, and the marks on which date he has attended, these and all will vary from person to person, right? So we cannot we have to create a template for that. So these are the default templates available. If you wanted to create a custom template, there will be the instructions has given, so you can go through that. In that you can see the merge tags. These are the merge tags you can use in your custom template. For example, full name and title. This full name is mandatory because it will take whatever you have entered in the full name over here, that will be printed on your certificate. That's why I said you cannot remove this full name. Other identifier, it's mandatory. If it is available, it will show you. Otherwise, it will not show you any value over there. But the name is mandatory over here. So other than name, title. The title is the title whatever you have given in the Google form. That means here whatever you have entered, that will be the title of the quiz. So this also can be printed in the certifications. So if you wanted to print it in the certification, you have to make sure you are giving correct name over here, so that this only will be works on the title. So here I'm giving Certify. Quiz. Once again, I'll tell you whatever we have entered here, title and the document name will be different. See, this also you can give any name, but in the certification, this title only will be printed. And when you come and see the next, it's other identifier 1, other identifier and other identifier 2. Like this 2 are optional. If you want, you can add, or otherwise you can remove. So if you want the combination of other identifiers, you can use like this. Date, which date they are submitting, whether it may be a feedback or it may be a quiz. So on which date they are completing, that will be mentioned. But if you are using date, it will be in US format, like month, date and year. If you are using date too, it will be the default format which will be using, like date, month, year. So if you want to change the format, you have to use the date merge tag accordingly, and the percentage, like how much score the participant has got. And if you want, you can give the passing score detail also in your certification. And the last one is certificate ID. It is a 7-digit number that will be unique to each and every certification. Okay. So these are the merge tags we can use our custom templates. Make sure you are not deleting this full name. If you are deleting this, your certification will not have the name. So by default, when you open a form and if you enable the Certifyem, you can see it will be set as a quiz only. If you turn off this, your certifications will not be generated at all. So make sure it is on every time. If you're off this, and if you're trying to generate a certifications, you'll be getting a mail saying that something went wrong. You have switched off this quiz forms. Okay, so this is how our quiz forms will look on, and we'll set more questions. So I'm going to import questions from earlier form. So I'm clicking on that import questions button. So it is giving me the options for the forms to select, which I have used earlier. So in this, I'm going to select sample form. So I'll change the form since it is not a quiz form. So I'm not getting the correct form, that's why I'm just checking. So okay, let me create my own form. I'll remove this question. And I'll add a new question. I already have some option for these questions, so I'll copy from there. I'm copying from some Word document which I have created already. I'm copying questions from that. I'm giving options also. So these quiz forms and all we have seen already in our earlier classes, and I think you'll be able to follow. So for any quiz form, you have to set the answer key always. So I'm setting the answer key and I'm setting the points also. So points you can set on your own. And I'm trying to add one more question. I'm again copying the question from the document which I have prepared already. And I'm giving options. I'm going to set answer key with correct answer and points. So now my quiz form is ready and I'm going to set the Certifyem options. So already it is turned on, and the Certifyem records, this will be open a sheet which will have whatever the participants list with their scores and whether they got that certifications or not, along with the certification IDs, certification numbers. So the passing score. So this is up to you to set the passing score formal. I'm just setting here as 70%. And the next is templates. What is the template you wanted to select? If you wanted to select any default template available, or you're going to set a custom template. So as of now, I'm selecting some default template, and once we see how this works, and then I'll tell you how to create a custom template. So now I have selected some default template over here, and in advanced, in advanced options, you'll be having, once you submitted the form, what you want to show the message to the participants. Here by default, it will be thanks for the submission. If you are passed, you'll receive a printable certificate shortly. This is a custom message. If you want to change, you can change it. I'm just changing the second message. You'll be getting certificate in your mail. And then email options. If you didn't fill anything over here, it will be by default, the sender of the mail will have Certifyem's name and it will get that mail ID. So instead of that, if you wanted to give your institution name or your name, you can use it. So here I'm give the institute name and the subject of the email, like certification of knowledge. And you can set the contents of body of the mail. So you can write, hi, dear participant, congratulations. You can find your certificate in the attachments. Okay. What if happen if the that means participant fails? If you wanted to send any information for the failed participants, you can set over here and you can send it. I'm not setting anything over here now. And this, whether you wanted to go send us a PDF or image, that also you can set over here. I'm just clicking on PDF. And whether you wanted to share via email or Google Drive, that also that option also available. But if you select Google Drive, there will be a delay. If you are selecting as an email, it will be a easier process to send across. Once you've done the advanced option settings, you can save the changes. So these changes also will be getting saved over here, and our settings is done. And also we have set questions and answer keys also. So now we'll check how this generate a certificate and will send across. So I'm just clicking on preview. I'm giving some participant's mail ID. Let's assume participant is attending this quiz. Your answer. So I'm selecting the answer for quizzes and submitting. So you will be able to see whatever the message we have set it over there. It is displaying here. And we'll check in the mail whether we got the certification. I'm going to check in that participant mail, whatever mail ID I have given over there, whether I got certification on that. So you can see. So aim to me Dear participant, congratulations. This is how we have set it over there. And we have selected a template. And this is how it is. See, you can see the name, whatever you entered it here. And the institute name has completed the quiz, the exam name, and on this particular date with passing score of 100%. So now let's check how to set a custom template. So to set a custom template, if you click on preview all in certification templates preview, on the top you'll be getting a click, to create a custom templates, you'll be getting a link over here. Here it is displayed like certified EM comes with free professionally designed templates for your certification exams, or you can set your own templates. So just click on that link. So there you'll be getting instructions to create the custom template. So there, the first one is you have to create a new Google slide document, and in that slide you can set your own templates using these merge tags. Okay, now I'll show you how to create a custom template. So first is to create a new Google slide document. So your Google slide document will open. By default, there will be some themes available. If you want, you can use them. Otherwise, you can set your own themes or background. So I'm going to delete whatever the contents existing already. The first thing is I'm going to set the background. So I'll set the background. In background, either you can give us a default colors, or you can select any image. In my case, I'm going to choose some images from my drive. So I'm selecting. Once this image is added, you can click on done. So you can see that background image. So now I'm going to add the logo. So to add a logo, I'm using this option to insert the image. If you see in the toolbox, there is a button called insert image. If you click on that, you'll be getting options to insert images from your computer or from your drive or from your Google Photos, or you can use any URL. Or you can use camera. That means if you have laptops and if you have any cameras in that, you can use directly from there also. But I'm going to get it from my computer. So I'm selecting the logo and I'm setting it. Okay, I've set it the logo. So now I have to give the institution name. I have saved the whatever the written format which is needed for this template already in a notepad. I'll just copy paste that. So to enter the text, you have to create a text box. Again, the text box button is also available in the toolbox. If you keep your mouse over here, there is a text box option. You can click on that and you can drag it in your slide, like how you'll use in Microsoft PowerPoint, in that same way. So now what I'm going to do is I have the details already in the notepad. I'm just copying it. I'm just giving the institution name, and you can set how you require. And then the message. Again, I have to give a text box. So below that, we'll give generally like congratulations. This is to certify that. And whatever the text boxes I have given, just aligning the text. Sorry. I'm copying and aligning the text as central. to be displayed on the center. Sorry, I was not able to select text earlier. So that your alignment on finally will be looks good. Otherwise, it might look hard. I'm selecting the text and giving aligning center, and I'll insert a new text box again. Sorry. Now comes the main point. Like you have to print your participant name, right? To print the name, we have the mail tag as full name. So I'm copying that. See, you can directly enter, but as I have prepared already, I have just placed in notepad. I'm copying here. I'm making it as a center. And at the last, I'm checking like from which institution they are participating and which exam they have attended and how much of percentage they got it and which date. So for all that, I have added required mail tags. So again, I'm adding a text box. And I have pasted the contents and I'm aligning it. If you see here, from the other identifier, this tag represents the institute from where the participants are working or they're studying. Has participated title, it's the title of the quiz. In our case, it will be certified quiz. And finally, I'm going to add the footer of the template. Like who are authorized to provide these certifications. In general, it will be the dean and principal of the college. So I'm just giving the names over here. This is just for a sample. So I'm just giving the title. You can set the names. So here, if you see the other identifier, it will refers the institution, and title, it will refers the quiz name, and the percentage, it will be the percentage scored by the participant, and date, on which date they have cleared the quiz. So I have saved it. So this is, and I'm going to create one more template for the participant certification. This is for quiz certification, and for participant certification, there will be some changes, like we don't need the percentage, right? So for that also, we'll create a certification now and we'll use that. Because in design templates also, you'll be getting the scores. If you see, you can click on certification templates. If you see the existing design certification templates, in all the templates, you'll be able to see the score. So if you wanted to print a participant certification, you have to design your own custom template. So for this, I will give certification for quiz, so that it will be easier for me to identify, to select this particular template. So next, I'm going to create another template. So again, I'm clicking on create new Google Slide documents from the custom templates of Certifyem link. So here, again, I'm making the contents as blank. So I'll select the theme from here. So in this, I'll insert the image again. Click on the insert image button. I'm selecting the logo. I'm adding text to it. For this also, I have already prepared the contents from Notepad. I'm just copying from there. And I'm aligning them to center. Again, click on text button. You can give it as a single text box also, but sometimes the name or institution name get varies, and based on that it will look odd. So that's why for each and every line I'm giving new text boxes so that it will be aligned properly. And one more alignment I wanted to explain you at the last, and I'll insert the new text box for the name, and I have copied the name. And aligning to center in the last one. So I've removed the score here since this is a participant certification. So I've given just the institution name and the title of the program and the date they have attended. And finally the footer for the authorized people. So once you're done, align all these text boxes. If you align this, if you click on this particular text box, you'll be able to see at the top, there is in the ruler, you can see a blue color mark on the ruler on the top below the toolbox. So you can see the number over there. In my case, I'm getting 5.7, something like that. Okay, so I have to align all the text box center should reach the same so that it will looks good. Otherwise, it will be aligned in improper way, and each and every time you need to align again. So before that, I'm doing this alignment. So I'm setting all the text boxes should have that point as a center. So if you follow this, it will be easy for you to create your templates. Otherwise, it will be a bit odd. So we have created 2 templates. For the other templates also, I will check that central element. Here it is in 5.6. So it is a bit misaligned. So I'm aligning back to that correct point. Full name, you can give, you can increase the text box length size, because for some people, the name might be bigger one. So once you've done this, you can preview it in the Google Forms Certifyem. So once we're done, see, for the same quiz, I'm going to use the custom template. Okay. So here in template, there is an option to select custom template. So I can select the use a custom template. Then you'll get a pop-up to select a slide. So here you got an option to select a new file. Click on that. And you can see the slides, whatever you have used in your Google Drive. So we have the certification for quiz over here. See, you can see untitled presentation. That means the last one, that participant certification template, we didn't name. So I'll just name it. As of now, it will be easy for me to identify, but if I have more slides, it will be difficult for me. Certificate template. Okay, so I'm selecting the certification for quiz and I'll click on save changes. Then the template will be updated over here. If you wanted to see the sample, you can click on email me the sample. Here you're getting preparing a sample message. Once it is sent, you'll be getting in your email. So now you can see a sample certification has been emailed to you. So let me check in my Gmail. Let me log in. And check for the certification sample. So I got it. So I'm going to just view it. So this is the sample certification. Like name will be displayed like this, and the institution name and the quiz name and passing score percentage. If you wanted to increase the text size, you can check this particular sample template, and if you have any changes or alteration to the template, you can do it again to your template, and then you can use that to your quiz. So I feel it is looking good, so I'm going to continue with this itself. So my settings were done, and in the advanced earlier I have okay, it is for a quiz participation only, so I'm using the same. So now I'm going to share this quiz to the participants. For that, click on send. Either you can send through mail, or you can send the link across, share the link across. So here I'm going to send to some list of people. So now let me move on to that participant mail ID, and I'll check I got the form, and I'm going to just fill out the form. Submit. So here you can see the message, thank you for the submission. You'll be getting certificate in your mail. So I'm going back. I'm just checking in the participant mail ID for certifications. So this will take some time. Till then, we'll check in responses. So here, if you see in responses, there were 2 people participated in this certification. So let's check in the certificate records. As I said already, so for the sample one also I have created. For that, it is showing it, and that now actually I have filled from the participants form. For that also I have got the certification. You can see the ID over here, it will be different. And you can see the score and passed, and the third person has also responded. So you can see the third persons. So now from the participants, I'll just check. So you can see you are getting the certificate of knowledge from aimed, and you have got the certification. You can see. So in the template we have created, it's look good only. So this is how the certification looks like. Since this is an online certification, signature is not mandatory. So this is how we'll use Certifyem to generate certificates for quizzes. So now let's check how we can send certificates for the participants. So this is just to send as an appreciation of participation in your programs. Again, I'll make sure, I'll start from first. So let me close this and create a new form. So whenever you create a new form, only untitled question will be here. So whenever you try to add the certified EM to add on to this form, your title and these questions will be changed. That will be overridden. Okay. So let's see. Whenever it's a blank form, the title is untitled form and untitled question was there. I'll add, and if you in settings also, if you see, the quiz is not enabled. It is a normal form only. So when I enable Certifyem in this quiz, Certifyem is now enabled for this quiz. Get started. See, now you can see here the title changed, and the title is coming with email address as a required thing. And also, as I said earlier, the full name and other identifier has come on default, and you have a default question also here. So I'll remove this question as usual, and you should not remove full name and other identifier. The title also changed, and here you can give your program name and whatever you are conducting, or it may be an event also. So let's say it is a FTP Google Ops. So I'll just click on untitled form. The same name will be copied over there. And if you want to change the description, you can change it here. So this is not a quiz anymore, so you can change the description. I'm just giving faculty development program and Google Apps. Okay, and collecting email address is mandatory, and name and the institution name. And I'm going to add a question as a feedback. So just click on add question. Great. You find Do you find the session useful? Helpful? See, when you add a question kind of like if you have words like questions to say yes or no, you'll be getting options yes or no by default. If you click on add all, those are added as the options instead of typing manually. Since this is a quiz, answer key will come defaultly, but you don't need to set. But my question is came on top. I'm just going to drag it at the down. So now this is look like a feedback form, and I'll share it across. And before that, I have to change the template. So now my form is ready, and I'm going to change the template. I'm going to select the custom template option, and I'm going to select the slide. Like we have participant certificate template. I'm going to select it, and I'll click on save changes. So now we have selected the template. Next, we have to set the passing score to 0, since this is a participant certificate. So once you've done this, you have to turn on the certification EM again. Once it is turned on, you'll be getting the link for exam here itself. You can see. So now we can go to preview. So I'm entering my mail ID. I'm giving my name. I'm giving yes and submitting. So I'm getting the proper message, response message, which we have set. So I'm going back to my Gmail ID and I'm opening the appreciation participation certification. So if I can download and see. So this is how it will looks like. So we'll be able to see the participant certificate which we have given. So if you come to forms and if you click on certificate records, you'll be able to see how many certificates generated for this feedback form. So now I have given in preview and check. Now I'll send to participants. I'm currently sending to only one participant. I'm opening that in Chrome. Let me open the participant in Microsoft Edge, mail ID in Edge. I'm giving login details. I'm giving login credentials. So here I got the form. I'll give mail ID and name. I'm submitting the form. So we got the message which we have set in certified here. So now I'll go back and I'll refresh. And from organization points, I'll just check whether I got the response. So I got the last response. Okay. So I can check here also in certificate records. So I'm able to see the participant's certification ID also here. So let me check in mail again. So I got the participation certificate. So this is how it looks like. So I hope everyone understand how to create certifications for both participation and for quiz also. This is how Google add-on Certifyem will help us to generate the certificates. It may be either for students or it will be either for a program which we are conducting. So I think everyone is able to follow up how to proceed with Google add-on. I always suggest you to practice the daily sessions so that you can post your questions on that time itself. Please subscribe to the channel to get the latest updates and notifications. In tomorrow's class, we'll discuss about Google Meet. Thank you all. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mrs. Sivaranjani. I'm very confident that all our participants out here have definitely understood how to apply Certifyem while they are organizing quizzes, any online seminars or webinars. A gentle request to all our participants, kindly apply all these on a daily basis and do a practice session, because only practice makes perfect. Okay, and any doubts you have, kindly post it to our chat box. The queries will be answered on the last 2 days of our faculty development program. Kindly subscribe to our channel for further notification and updates. The tomorrow's session, handled by our resource person, will be on Google Meets. So hope you have a happy learning tomorrow. Catch up with you tomorrow. Bye-bye.